of my Scorpios out there, please make sure to get my book at Amazon or BarnesandNoble.com. The link to that is in the description box below as usual. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, share the video. So, yes, if you'd like to contact me for personal reading, my email address as well as prices are also in the description box below. Come through, get a reading, why not? So, the cards that I come up with for the Scorpios are the Wheel of Fortune, the World, okay? So you have Cancer and you have Capricorn back to back, right? Like Wheel of Fortune, the World, the Two of Swords, the Moon, the Ten of Cups, the Six of Swords, the Sun, the Devil card, the Nine of Pentacles, and last but not least, we have the Knight of Swords. So what I'm seeing here for a lot of you Scorpios is you Scorpios, have a lot going for you, right? Wheel of Fortune, things are starting to look up, right? Things are starting to get better, right? Potentially even significantly better, right? Because you have major arcana back to back. And the World represents whole new level of responsibilities. But the way that you perceive it is things are going quite well for you, right? Things are going in your favor, okay? The Two of Swords represents, but there seems to be some sort of level of guardedness with you, Scorpios. I mean, that's typical Scorpio stuff, right? Like Scorpios are naturally guarded individuals. You know, Scorpios are guarded to a point where there's no reason to be this guarded. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know exactly what the reason is, but it's kind of overblown. You're doing it for self-protection. But again, the problem with you Scorpios that you Scorpios don't understand is if you got to be more on your toes, you got to be more on your P's and Q's to know when someone is going to try to betray you. Because usually, this doesn't happen all the time, but usually when someone is about to betray you, they usually give some sort of tell. I mean, they're quite ridiculous in that regard. But so there's just this overabundance of being suspicious of when things are starting to go good. You're waiting for the other shoe to drop. You're waiting for things to go badly. And the Moon and the Ten of Cups represents self-reflection, meaning that things can only go badly if you allow things to go badly, right? Like, you know, the whole Will Smith situation and Jada Pinkett Smith kind of thing, right? Like, why was it so hard for Will Smith to divorce Jada Pinkett if Will Smith was going through this many problems? Because you wanted to stay in a relationship so much because you wanted control. There's a level of control. You wanted a person who chose not to participate with you from their own free will, right? Inalienable free will to participate with you. And when you try to reason with them, right? And try to bargain with them and they said no, you started to get mad about that, and that was the situation because now you all upset due to the fact that this person has chosen to not cooperate with you. Then you're gonna go up on stage, slap somebody or whatnot because you're in the situation. And I understand you're in a situation, but the Moon, I'm saying all this to say that the Moon represents how all this stuff is essentially self-inflicted, most of it. Now, and the thing is that the Ten of Cups represents, you have to start realizing that stuff, right? Part of the reason why it is that you're waiting for the other shoe to drop is because, you know, really pay attention to the person's character, and stop having the ideology so much that things aren't necessarily black and white. Some things are and should be black and white. You understand what I'm saying? Because the thing is, wow, my teeth are really getting straighter. But the thing is that with that being said, some things are black and white in that regard, because how many times does a person have to try to play you and do all this goofy stuff before it is that you Scorpios, or just anyone in general, is like, okay, I'm done. Why? Because in actual, you say that you're not wasting my time, but in actual application, you really are wasting my time, though. Because, okay, just making sure, in actual application, you really are wasting my time. Because if you're not, I think this thing is falling, yes. In actual application, you really are wasting my time, because if you wasn't, things would be a whole lot more peaceful between you and I. So the mere fact that it's not peaceful between you and I means you on some BS. And the Six of Swords is that you let people come in and leave whenever it is that they wanted to, just a little bit too much, right? Like because of the fact that you're a fixed sign and there's a certain element of loyalty to you, a lot of you Scorpios have misplaced your loyalty, right? That's what the Six of Swords represents. You've misplaced it, right? Because, sometimes Scorpios, y'all have a problem with trying to get out ahead in front of people who may potentially backstab you, to the point where you don't necessarily realize. Because I've been categorized by Scorpios many of times, where I'm trying to kick it with them. See, that's the thing that I don't necessarily like about Scorpio on a personal level, and on an impersonal level. Scorpios are gonna have to learn to get over. It's this ideology that Scorpios have, where I didn't come looking for you, so it is what it is. Y'all got to get over that, in my perspective. And the reason why it is that I'm saying, because all this stuff relates to the reading, right? It's a matter of loyalty. The reason why it is that you Scorpios got to learn to get over that is because sometimes y'all are so interested in, well, I got to do the picking. But remember, the zodiac signs that's based upon sadomasochism, the core of sadomasochism, or the root of it, begins in Virgo. Okay, begins in Virgo. And the zodiac signs that have something to do with sadomasochism, or I should say reaches a midpoint in Virgo, is Gemini, Virgo, Scorpio, Pisces, right? And it reaches a culmination in Pisces, okay? But from my perspective, but you Scorpios got to take into consideration that when you're on the prowl and you're looking, y'all are picking up trash a lot of the times. Not all, but a lot of the times. And a lot of the times y'all are picking up trash and acting like it's like lying to yourselves like it's gold, getting hurt. And then when people from the outside try to seek you out, you're not receptive to it. And that can be an issue, because you Scorpios need, because this is what I'm trying to tell you. You Scorpios need to slow down a minute and be receptive. Why? Because if you don't, you need to slow down and be a little bit more receptive, because if you don't, what's going to happen is you're going to continue to pick wrong. The sun and the devil, you're going to continue to pick people that look like they're cool, look like they're good, right? No matter what circumstance they're in, no matter if you're picking them up off the street, no matter if they're billionaires, right? And you're going to be thinking to yourself, you're helping this person, but the actual value of the person's character is not going to be there. It's not going to be on point. And you're going to be mad at that because, well, what's up? Because you tried to help this person out who passed the point, because as you're helping them out, you're also supposed to be checking their character. And if their character is not up to snuff, stop helping them out, because you're only going to be helping out someone who will not appreciate you helping them out and who does not appreciate you. So the Nine of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords represents this being a situation where the Nine of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords is about how they're going to look at you like you a cash cow type of thing. So let's clarify the Devil card. See, that's the thing about Scorpios, that y'all be, because I know many Scorpio women, talk to many Scorpio women who I like, and like on that romantic level, like them, want to get to know them, and like they have this mentality where it's like, nah, I'm good, I'll pass. Why? Oh, because, you know what I'm saying, and they'll, a lot of you Scorpios, truth be told, you don't normally necessarily say why, but it's like, it's this mentality where it's like, I'm good. That's what's messing y'all up. That's what's messing y'all up, because, and I'll even go a little bit further on that, because of the fact that you're not receptive enough, that's the thing that cuts you off from dating, from a broader pool of people who you could potentially date. Because a lot of y'all are so enamored, right? And I'm not coming at y'all, I'm just telling y'all the truth. A lot of y'all are so enamored with the ideology of you got to do the picking and all that. You're not really, what you don't want to say is you're not really comfortable with people choosing up on you and showing you that they're interested in you. Y'all are so used to getting it out of the mud. Y'all are not used to people being like, damn, this Scorpio look good. I want to holler at this Scorpio. I want to find out what it do. That's good eating right there. Because truth is, and I'm going to go ahead and put it on record, Scorpio is one of my favorite zodiac signs. So this ain't coming at you. Page of Swords, the Seven of Cups, and the Star card represents how, again, you're just going to gravitate, Page of Swords, you're just going to gravitate real goofy, immature people trying to, backstab you, right? Seven of Cups and the Star card, and you're going to have to keep picking over and over, but the types of people whom you're picking, because the Seven of Cups is a pick'em card, is not necessarily up to snuff, hoping with blind faith that you picked the right person, just as I've been saying. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe. Peace.